When you meet someone new, their brain forms a complete read on who you are in exactly 1/10 of a second. That judgment locks into place before you even say hello. A poor opening judgment makes you incorrectly memorable. You anchor a specific negative perception in their mind, forcing you to spend every future interaction trying to undo that initial mistake. We are going to fix that. Today, we are walking through a concrete 5-step communication protocol. We will cover exactly how to enter a room, how to lock names into your memory, how to actively listen, and the precise follow-up sequence you need to send exactly 24 hours later. Engineering a lasting impression is a learnable system, and step 1 of that system starts right now, using the smartphone in your pocket. When prepping for an introduction, most people obsess over their visual image, their clothes, their hair, their shoes, but they completely ignore their vocal image. Your tone and delivery immediately dictate your perceived authority and credibility. To find your baseline, set your phone on a tripod facing an empty chair. Use the back camera so you can't see yourself. Then, ask an AI chatbot for 5 to 10 self-reflection prompts. Hit record and talk through your answers unscripted for 5 to 10 minutes. We need a large sample size of your raw communication style so we can accurately diagnose your baseline vocal behavior. Warning tone. Once you hit stop, you're going to feel a strong urge to watch that footage immediately. Do not do it. This diagram represents a strict rule for this process. You must lock that file away and wait exactly 24 hours before pressing play. If you watch the video right away, your brain will default to harsh, subjective self-judgment about how you look. By forcing a 2-4-hour separation, you approach the footage objectively, allowing you to actually hear your non-functional vocal habits. Step 2 happens the moment you arrive at an event. The default human reaction to entering a room full of strangers is to shrink. People hunch their shoulders, look at the floor, or pull out their phones to avoid eye contact. To fix this, you need a physical trigger. From now on, treat every doorframe you walk through as a reset button. A new doorframe represents a new impression. This side-by-side shows exactly what the doorway reset looks like. Stop staring at your phone, stand tall, pull your shoulders down and back, and imagine a string pulling the center of your head upward. That tiny physical correction instantly signals high status. You show the room that you belong there, establishing your confidence before you open your mouth. Now you are in the room and introductions begin. This is where we hit the most common failure point, forgetting someone's name within 10 seconds of them saying it. Step 3 is a technique called internal name association. The moment someone tells you their name, immediately attach it to a vivid, wild exaggeration or an alliteration based on their physical traits. Make it absurd. If you meet Michael with huge arms, picture tiny heads wrapping his biceps to cement massive Michael into memory. The critical rule: keep this strictly in your head. Never vocalize the exaggeration. Using this technique allows you to recall their name effortlessly, 20 minutes deep into a conversation. Saying their name aloud proves you are paying attention and immediately makes them feel valued. Once you have their name, the conversation opens up. The mistake most people make here is trying to be the most interesting person in the room, constantly broadcasting their own achievements to impress the other person. Step 4 is the thread pull strategy. Instead of talking, actively listen for the small details, hiding beneath the surface of their words. Ask specific questions about what they care about, what they are building, and what they are hoping to achieve. Compare the loud networker who only talks about themselves to the strategic listener. The person dominating the conversation pushes people away, while the person asking careful questions uncovers real insights and builds trust. High-level charisma is a byproduct of making the other person feel seen. When they realize you've been listening for the details underneath their words, the connection shifts from a standard networking exchange to a genuine bond. Step 5 is the final move, and it happens after you leave. Within 24 hours of meeting, you are going to send them a highly specific, text-based follow-up message. This interface shows the exact template. Start with a specific callback to a thread you pulled during your chat, like a shared gym goal. Then, you provide a value-add recommendation, like a link to a fitness creator that inspires you. Notice what is missing from that message. There is no pitch. There is no request for a meeting, and it is not a generic LinkedIn connection. This structure relies on a psychological concept called the Law of Reciprocity. When you provide genuine value with absolutely zero strings attached, you bypass their defensive networking filters. Because you gave something first, their brain is naturally wired to want to return the favor. By sending this specific type of message, you immediately pull your connection out of the transactional networking phase and establish an active, reciprocal relationship. Let's review where you stand. You now have a raw baseline video waiting for your vocal analysis, and you have a complete 4-step execution framework ready to deploy at your next event. Applying these mechanical shifts ensures you stand out from the noise of a crowded event. By following through with a message that prioritizes their goals over your own, you establish yourself as a helpful resource rather than just another transactional contact. To complete step 1 and analyze that 10-minute video you recorded, check the link or scan the QR code in the description. It will give you access to a free 3-part course to help you diagnose your specific vocal habits. Mastering these mechanical behaviors takes practice, but once you implement them, you guarantee that your first impression is permanent, positive, and powerful.